What is the Render Network and why could the Render token become so valuable? First, I'm going to cover a deep dive into exactly how this project works, why it's better than its competitors, and then I'm going to explain why this token could go to the moon. But stay until the end because there is immense risk in this project, and if you don't understand why it's so risky, there's a good chance you are going to lose all of your money. Oh no! The Render Network was founded by Jules Urbach, CEO of Otoy Inc., a pioneer in cloud rendering and 3D graphics. The idea? To create a decentralized GPU rendering platform capable of addressing the growing demands for high-performance rendering in fields like CGI, AR, VR, and immersive media. After its ICO in 2017, the network transitioned to full operation in 2020. Notable people partnered with Render is Hollywood juggernaut, writer, director, producer J.J. Abrams, Ariel Manuel, CEO of Endeavor Content, which is the production division of William Morris Endeavor, which is the #1 largest talent agency in the world, as well as Beeple, who's one of the most successful NFT artists. I recently made a video when I was buying Render, and in the past few weeks, since I bought, we are up by about 40%, so that is not bad. I have to emphasize, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Do your own research and invest in cryptocurrencies at your own risk. The Render Network decentralizes rendering tasks by distributing them across idle GPUs owned by participants around the world. Here's the process. Creators submit jobs, artists upload rendering jobs to the network via the Octane Render platform. Then these jobs are then broken into smaller tasks and assigned to available GPU nodes. GPU owners use their hardware to complete these tasks. The network validates the rendered output for quality and accuracy. Then GPU owners are compensated in render tokens. The Render Network's mission is to make GPU rendering universally accessible, unlocking creative potential everywhere. Its vision extends beyond rendering. It aims to be the backbone of the metaverse, powering virtual worlds, simulations, and immersive experience. This could be massive if VR metaverse really take off. The benefit of using GPU on a decentralized network is there's no single point of failure. So if a server warehouse such as Amazon Web Services or Google Cloud Platform goes down, all of the servers go down and all of the GPUs stop processing. With a decentralized network like Render, if one server goes down, another will fill its place. It will be using GPUs from all over the world. It's also a way for smaller entities and individuals to create passive income for their GPUs. The Render Network operates on a sophisticated architecture. The network is deeply integrated with Otoy's Octane Render engine, a leading tool for photorealistic rendering. Octane Render is the world's first and fastest, unbiased, spectrally correct GPU render engine, delivering quality and speed unrivaled by any production renderer on the market. Unlike traditional CPU rendering, Octane leverages the power of graphics processing units, GPUs, for significantly faster rendering. Octane has unbiased rendering. This means it accurately simulates real-world lighting and materials, producing high-quality images with minimal artifacts. It has real-time capabilities. Octane allows for near instantaneous visual feedback while adjusting scene elements like lighting and material, mimicking real-world materials like metals, glass, and fabrics. Octane has a wide compatibility. It integrates with various 3D software applications like Cinema 4D, Blender, Maya, and Unity, allowing artists to use it within their preferred workflow. Render uses Proof of Render, a unique verification system that validates rendering outputs, ensuring reliability and trust in the decentralized environment. This architecture not only enhances rendering speed, but also lowers costs compared to traditional cloud-based solutions. The cost advantage of Render is very exciting, and I will get into that shortly. The platform is particularly appealing to artists who cannot afford high-end hardware but need access to powerful GPUs for photorealistic rendering. Over 10,000 artists and designers are already using Render's network. Not only smaller artists can utilize Render, but large-scale projects like film production, game development, and advertising agencies benefit from Render's scalability. Furthermore, Render is particularly well-suited for the metaverse and virtual reality development, enabling the creation of high-detailed 3D environments and assets for platforms like Decentraland and the Sandbox. Now, this to me is huge. Render also has recently partnered with Apple. Render's Octane X supports M1, M2, and the latest M3 high-performance chips on Mac and iPad, and there are rumors that in the future, Render may become a built-in rendering component of Apple's software. They also partnered with Stable Diffusion, which will allow Render to generate 3D images and rendering scenarios from large language models. Stable Diffusion is one of the most popular text-to-image large language models. According to its white white paper, unlike traditional cloud-based rendering services, Render Network is not constrained by geographic locations. The white paper also points out Render's environmental impact, noting that it uses idle GPU power from users rather than relying on energy-intensive data centers. By utilizing idle GPUs already running in homes and offices around the world, Render reduces the need for new data centers, lowering its carbon footprint. Render's focus on using NVIDIA's GPUs and Octane Render means it supports cutting-edge features like ray tracing, AI-based denoising, and unbiased lighting models. If you're enjoying this video, please hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to follow what projects I'm buying and when I'm going to be selling during this bull market. Now, this is the part of Render that really blows it out of the water. The pricing of Render is really exciting, and it seems like it has real life utility. The pricing structure of the Render Network operates on a pay per render model using the Render token. The cost depends on the complexity of the task, with estimates ranging from 25 cents to $2 per frame for animation renders, or 10 cents to 15 cents per GPU hour for simpler workloads. Users typically experience a 30 to 50% cost savings compared to centralized providers due to the decentralized peer-to-peer nature. Let's look at the comparative pricing to other services. AWS, or Amazon Web Services, pricing is hourly and depends on the GPU. NVIDIA T4 GPU costs about 75 cents per hour, NVIDIA Tesla V100 GPU costs about $3.06 per hour, and the NVIDIA A100 GPU costs about $32 per hour. AWS is best for large-scale enterprise users who value robust ecosystems, but comes at a significantly higher cost for smaller creators. Microsoft Azure GPU's prices are as follows. The NVIDIA Tesla T4 GPU costs around 72 cents per hour, NVIDIA Tesla V100 GPU about $3 per hour, NVIDIA A100 GPU about $11.99 per hour. Azure excels in compatibility with enterprise systems, but shares the high-cost structure of AWS. Now let's look at Google Cloud Platform. The GPU pricing per hour, NVIDIA T4 GPU, 35 cents per hour. NVIDIA Tesla V100 GPU, $2.76 per hour. NVIDIA A100 GPU, $2.91 per hour. Google Cloud Platform is slightly cheaper than AWS and Azure for comparable GPUs, but still more expensive than the decentralized options of the Render Network. So overall, the Render Network typically costs 50 to 80% less than AWS, Azure, or GCP for equivalent rendering tasks. Now, one of the largest use cases for GPUs in the world, and where I see the most demand for GPUs moving forward, is AI models. When any AI model answers a question or creates an image or does any task at all, GPUs are needed to create the processing power to do so. So if Render can take part of this market share, it could be absolutely huge. The demand for GPUs used for AI is what made NVIDIA become the largest company in the world in about a year. It absolutely exploded. The market share for GPU processing is currently valued at $56 billion and is expected to grow to $388 billion by 2028. And if there's exponential growth, it could be even larger than that. Google and Microsoft are consuming more energy than entire countries. As AI model usage grows, this demand for GPUs increases. So if the blockchain and Render can take some of this market share, it could create immense demand for this token. Now, with all this being said, I have some major concerns if you're thinking about investing in Render right now. We are currently at a $5.3 billion market cap, and if you look at the log graph, we're basically at all-time high right now. So in crypto, that is a very risky time to invest. You have to make sure that you're always looking at the log graph, because the normal graph does not account for inflation. There's a possibility that this project has another leg up during the bull market, which we're obviously hoping for, but there's a ton of risk priced in. Also, even though according to Google, Render is the #1 decentralized GPU network, there's a lot of competition in this space. Tau or BitTensor, Filecoin, Destra. There's a project called Flux that was really hyped last bull cycle for decentralized data storage, but now they're also doing GPU processing. I did an interview with their CBO this year. It's very interesting, but the project is struggling to come back from last cycle. Also, another flaw I see with this model is because the node operators are paid in Render tokens, it creates a lot of risk for node operators. The value of their GPU processing will fluctuate immensely from bull markets to bear markets. Also, we have to keep in mind the stage of the crypto bull market we are in. At a $5 billion valuation, we are not getting in at bottom barrel prices. There are many buyers during the crypto winter that bought at 50 cents and will be making money off you left and right, taking profits during this time. Also, during any bull market, immense volatility should be expected. This token could easily drop down to its support at about $4, which would be a 60% decrease in value from where we are now. So this is a very risky time to be buying altcoins and crypto in general. The time to buy crypto video is during a true bear market. So that'll probably be in like a year and a half from now. As you can see, all these tokens, BTC, SOL, ETH, ADA, and Render have all pumped immensely from their lows during the actual crypto bear market. And we are in the back half of this bull market. Traditionally, the bull markets can last until November or December of the year following the halving, but I think it's possible that this bull market came earlier and we will end earlier. So we need to be looking to exit and take profits and avoid riding this thing back down when this bull cycle ends. If you look at the previous crash, Render went from $7 to 40 cents, a 95% decrease. Most altcoins besides ETH dropped 90+% from the last bull market to the bottom of the crypto winter. If you enjoyed this content, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts, whether you're holding, buying, selling. Thanks for watching.